Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Now we have the third lecture. It is about the symbols in the novel The Alchemist. Symbols are very important. They play a very important role in literature. Symbols can be anything. Any person, object, building, color, etc. Anything can become a symbol. Any person, any object. They play a very significant role in literature. They tell us about many things indirectly. Symbols tell us many things indirectly. For example, colors are very powerful symbols. White color symbolizes purity. White color symbolizes purity as well as sorrow, while black color symbolizes sorrow, mourning, etc. Red color indicates danger, while the green color indicates peace. So, symbols are very important, and 20th century, the role of symbolism is vitally important because there are many things which writers try to understand through symbols, and there was a kind of philosophy or ism as well that is called symbolism. So when we study this novel, we find different symbols like cobra. Cobra is a snake, and of course, when we see any snake, especially cobra, so it is a symbol of danger. Even if we have a dream in which we snake or cobra or any kind of such thing, so it is a sign of danger. Here in this novel, it is also a sign of strength. According to critics, it is not only a symbol of danger but also a sign of strength. Especially male potency. So when we read this novel, we come across it, and as it is a novel that is related to deserted area, so here you'll find such symbols very common. Then we have crystal glassware. Fragility and clarity are the characteristics. Crystal glassware, they are very fragile, बहुत weak होते हैं, बहुत मतलब नाजुक से होते हैं, and clarity, और उस पर clarity बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. So they are fragile and clear, and these are the characteristics represented by the crystal merchants, crystal glassware. So this is again a very important symbol. It shows how fragile and how clear things are or humans are. Then you will find desert. It is symbolic of all the obstacles and hardships that stand between people and their dreams. Desert mean Registan. Of course, when the word desert comes to our mind, we realize it that there will be obstacles, there will be hurdles. Desert का नाम आते ही ज़हन में एक चीज़ आती है कि मसाइल होंगे, रुकावटें होंगी, तकालीफ का जेहन में आता है. रेगिस्तानी इलाका है या डिजर्टेड इलाका जिसे हम कहते हैं ना, डिजर्ट. So it stands between people and their dreams here in this novel. So the alchemist characters learn to accept the desert, even listen to it. तो वो इस चीज़ को सीखते हैं कि मुश्किलात को कैसे फेस करना होगा, और जब when we try to achieve something, so we will come across such problems and how to face those problems. This is something that tells them and that teaches them, and they even listen to it. Then gold. Gold represents the knowledge, work, and time necessary to achieve something desired. You will find hawks here. They are the symbols of aggression, which can be tamed. Means these hawks can be tamed, and they are also the symbols of aggression. Santiago finds two hawks fighting each other. So he feels or realizes that there are two armies which are going to fight each other. This is his omen, or you can say bad omen. Horse. When we read the novel, we also find the horse is a symbol of horse, and it is a symbol of strength and patience. Like hawks, horses can be tamed. They can be tamed. Then you will find oasis. What is oasis? It is a fertile area in the desert which shows life. So the oasis symbolizes life, love, and domesticity. Now, if someone finds water in a desert, so it means there is life. And of course, when there is life, there will be love and domesticity, both. Pyramids, very important symbol here in this novel. When pyramid comes to our mind, so we instantly realize country Egypt. So the pyramids represent the ancient and inscrutable. So when it comes to our mind, so we realize that we are talking about ancient time or things related to the ancient. Here in this novel, you will find when Santiago's travels or he goes on a journey. So we find over there that he goes to Misr and Arab. Over there, you'll find the use of pyramids, very common, and it symbolizes ancient things. Sacristy. Sacristy. Now, what is sacristy? It represents conventionally sacred things, which often must be abandoned to achieve true spirituality. So, in a church, there is a place that is called sacred place, and where Santiago sleeps and he has a dream in which he has been asked to find the treasure. So this sacristy also symbolizes here religion. It also symbolizes here spirituality. Shepherds and sheep. These are again symbolic for Coelho. Of the less than extraordinary for Santiago, the alternative to pursuing his personal legend is a return to his life as a shepherd. This, if he wants to achieve his goal, he has to return, or he will have to return to his life as a shepherd. He has to become shepherd again. Shepherds and sheep, they are also symbolic. They also have significant meaning in this novel. Now, Santiago's sheep, they are also very symbolic. Santiago's sheep symbolize the sort of existence lived by those who are completely blind to their personal legends. Santiago loves his sheep, but he also expresses thinly veiled disrespect for them because of their animal desires for only food and water. Santiago thinks that his sheep do not appreciate all the wonderful lands that he discovers during his travels. ये उसका ख्याल है कि वो समझता है कि जानवर इन चीज़ों को अप्रिशिएट नहीं कर पाता. And this is what he thinks about sheep. Also in a disturbing image, he imagines that his sheep are so blindly trusting that he could kill them one by one without them noticing. उस सोच रहा होता है कि इस शीप उसका जो उसकी शीप है उस पर इतना एतमाद करते हैं कि अगर वो एक एक करके उनको मार भी देगा तो वो उनको शीप को पता नहीं चलेगा कि भाई उनका मालिक उनको एक एक करके मार रहा है. These sheep symbolize the characters in the book, like the baker and the crystal merchant, who do not pursue their personal legends. Like the sheep, these characters content themselves. They are happy with their material desires and social acceptance. So there are people in this world who are happy with their desire, who are happy with their social acceptance. We can also see this example, we can also get this example in today's life. Nowadays, as you can see, coronavirus is very widespread. The cases are increasing day by day. Today, I think we have the most number of cases. But many people do not believe in it. They say that it's fake. There is no such thing exist. Or this is only a kind of drama by the government. They don't believe in it. Though we are facing loss. The world is in great loss. Such people do not believe in it. So he is talking about sheep like this. So these are like the sheep of this novel. So these characters content themselves. They are happy with their material desires and social acceptance. तो इस तरह के लोग आपको सोसाइटी में भी मिलेंगे जो जिससे भी मतलब अजीब व गरीब हालत में भी कहते हैं हम खुश हैं, ठीक है, हम सही हैं. मतलब they can improve their life, they can improve their quality of life, but they are not willing to do it. Accordingly, they lose the ability to appreciate certain aspects of creation and tend to miss out on many opportunities because of their limited perspectives. तो उनके बारे में ये ऐसे लोगों के बारे में यही कहा जाता है कि they have a very small world. They live in their own world. They live in their own world. They don't have dreams or big dreams or the dreams which they should have. And their world is very narrow. And that is why they are unable to achieve big targets. They are unable to achieve big things. So Santiago's sheep is a very good symbol of today's world as well, the world in which we are living, the way we are thinking, the way we are, majority of, I'm not talking about all, majority of us are thinking, the way majority of us behaving. Then you will find alchemy. Alchemy, in which a base metal is transformed into a more valuable metal like gold, functions as a dominant symbol in The Alchemist and represents Santiago's journey to achieve his personal legend. The symbol also gives the novel its title. The Alchemist describes the process of turning base metal to gold as equivalent to the base metal, realizing its personal legend. So in the parlance of the book, the metal must read itself of all impurities to achieve a higher evolutionary state. Similarly, Santiago must rid himself of impurities. Santiago भी इन impurities से, इन गलत गंदी चीज़ों से और इन चीज़ों से अपनी जान छुड़ाना चाहता है, such as his desire for his parents' acceptance, his desire to live as a rich shepherd, and even his desire to live with Fatima in order to realize his own personal legend and achieve a higher state. So the way a person learns the craft of alchemy, the skill of alchemy parallels the way in which a person achieves his personal legend. So उसने क्या किया? The writer is comparing it, the craft of alchemy, with a person's achievement of his personal legend. So alchemy is also a very powerful symbol. Then you'll find, as the alchemist tells Santiago, although many tomes have been written about alchemy, these books only complicate the craft. In fact, all the secrets of alchemy exist on the small emerald tablet, and these secrets cannot be expressed in words. Likewise, no written instructions can guide a person to his personal legend. The person must follow his own instincts and the omens provided by the soul of the world. So, alchemy here is being compared. The alchemist chooses Santiago. Alchemist Santiago को choose करता है as his people rather than the Englishman, largely because Santiago does not depend on books and reason to understand the world. This is a very important point. This is a very, let me the alchemist chooses Santiago as his pupil rather than the Englishman, largely because Santiago does not depend on books and reason to understand the world. वो इसको इसलिए चूज करता है कि वो फील करता है, देखता है कि सेंटियागो जो है बुक्स और रीजन पर ज़्यादा डिपेंड नहीं करता. He does not depend on books and reason to understand the world. By listening to the soul of the world, Santiago ultimately enters into communion with all of nature, including the wind and the sun. He reaches a higher state of being. So, by listening to the soul of the world means the reality, the real world. Stones named Urim. Stones named Urim and Thummim. These stones stand for the characters needs to respond to omens, which are essential motivating factors. Sycamore tree. Sycamore tree This tree represents Egypt, the place where sycamores come from. This tree is found in Egypt, and it is a place from where this tree comes. Then you'll find thieves. Thief represent everyone who tries to find everyone who tries to find a shortcut to his or her personal legend. The journey is necessary according to the alchemist. Now there are people, of course, majority of us want shortcut. We do not want to go in a normal way. We feel that there should be a shortcut, and through that shortcut, we want to achieve a target, whether it is related to our job or it is related to even our education. Even education में भी हम shortcut के चक्कर में होते हैं. So these thieves represent everyone in this world who tries to find a shortcut to his or her personal legend. Then we have water. Life is synonymous with water in the novel, and perhaps for love too. Without water, there is nothing. And desert, if there is water, there is life. Desert में, रेगिस्तान में, और पथरीली ज़मीन पर अगर वहाँ पानी मिल जाए तो ज़िंदगी है, और ज़िंदगी है तो लव है. अगर ज़िंदगी नहीं है तो लव नहीं है. Then, well, a symbol of unconditional love. The well, it is there that Santiago meets Fatma and he falls in love with Fatma. Desert, there are some more information. There's some more information about desert. The desert, with its hard conditions and tribal wars, symbolizes the serious difficulties that await anyone in pursuit of their personal legend. But it also served as an important teacher to Santiago during his journey to the pyramids. As the alchemist puts it, tests are an inherent part of all legends. Because they are necessary to create spiritual growth. More than the desert heat, the desert silence. This is very important thing to remember. More than the desert heat, the desert silence, emptiness, and monotony tests Santiago. As Santiago learns, however, even the desert, despite appearing barren, contains life. He finds that the desert appears barren, even then it has life in the soul of the world. फिर भी उसमें life, जिंदगी के आसार हैं. लोग वहाँ पे जिंदा रह सकते हैं, जानदार जिंदा रह सकते हैं. Santiago begins to understand his environment and to see the signs of life in what seems to be a wasteland. Eventually, he learns to recognize all the creation. He recognizes all creation in a single grain of sand. And in the greatest test he faces during the book, he finds that he is able to enlist the desert in his effort to become the wind. So the desert is very powerful symbol over here. So this is what we have about symbols. Now you can see there are some questions I have brought for you, and you all have to study these questions. And I would like all of you to find out the answers of these questions. What is the significance of symbols in this novel? Which symbol is the most powerful symbol in the novel? How do you understand the use of symbols in the novel, The Alchemist? What are the weaknesses that Santiago sees in his flock of sheep? And how do they relate to the weaknesses of human beings who fail to pursue their personal legends? It's about sheep, the symbol. So these are some questions which I have also mentioned so that you can also prepare yourself from examination point of view. And then I have also given you some important quotations in the end, which will also help you out. Since we don't have much time, so I'm doing it in a little hurry. If you face any problems regarding this, you can also contact me through WhatsApp and call. So, quotation number 1: whoever you are, or whatever it is that you do, when you really want something, it is because their desire originated in the soul of the universe. It's your mission on earth. So, this is a statement which Melchizedek, the king of, says to Santiago upon their first meeting when they met first time. He said to Santiago this thing, this statement, and it forms the foundation of the philosophy of the Alchemy. And it is something that forms the philosophy of the novel Alchemist. I am also underlining it. Philosophy of the novel Alchemist. Essentially, Melchizedek says that dreams are not silly or selfish desires that should be ignored. Instead, they serve as the primary means by which people can get in touch with the mystical force that connects to visit the pyramids is actually a calling. And he sets Santiago on his journey of spiritual discovery. So, by associating seemingly selfish human desire with the soul of the universe, the alchemist presents a form of spirituality that differs radically from traditional religions. तो ये एक स्टेटमेंट है जिसको आप देखिएगा, इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग वन. देन सेकंड स्टेटमेंट, every blessing ignored becomes a curse. I don't want anything else in life, but you are forcing me to look at wealth and at horizons that I have never known. Now that I have seen them, and now that I see how immense my possibilities are, I'm going to feel worse than I did before you arrived, because I know the things I should be able to accomplish, and I don't want to do so. So the crystal merchant says these words to Santiago as Santiago's crystal merchant जो है ये अल्फाज सेंटियागो से कहता है. When Santiago prepares to leave Tangier, after an extremely successful year working at the crystal shop, the crystal merchant expresses a regret common among several ancillary characters in The Alchemist. The crystal merchant served as a warning to Santiago that those who ignore their personal legends in favor of setting into material comforts always feel haunted. This is an important line to, this is something that you have to underline. Let me underline it. The crystal merchant served as a warning to Santiago that those who ignore their personal legend in favor of setting into material comforts always feel haunted by their untapped potential. So this idea recurs throughout the book, and the complacency that the crystal merchant represents serve as a near constant danger for Santiago. Santiago nearly goes back to Spain after leaving Tangier, for example, and he hesitates to leave the Al Fayoum houses for the pyramids because because he already has Fatma and some wealth there. Then there is another very important statement. We are afraid of losing what we have, whether it's our life or our possessions or our property. But this fear evaporates when we understand that our life stories and the history of the world were written by the same hand. Now, here the camel driver addresses fear. He expresses his fear while he tells Santiago his life story during the trip of Al Fayoum. Fear acts as the biggest impediment to achieving one's personal legend. This is again a very important thing that we learned from this novel. Fear acts as the biggest impediment. Impediment means hurdle, रुकावट to achieving one's personal legend. अगर हम अपना personal legend achieve करना चाहते हैं तो उसके रास्ते में fear, डर, खौफ बहुत बड़ा सबसे बड़ी रुकावट है. Santiago faces many obstacles during his journey. उसे बहुत सारी रुकावटों का सामना करना पड़ता है अपनी जर्नी की सफर में. But he regularly feels tempted to abandon his quest when he fears losing what he has already earned. और वो regularly फील करता है कि अब मैं छोड़ दूं अपने अब मैं अपने इस आई वांट टू अबेंडन माय दिस क्वेस्ट मैं अपने इस क्या कहेंगे थर्स्ट को छोड़ दूं मैं अपने इस टारगेट को छोड़ दूं व्हेन ही फियर्स दैट व्हाटएवर ही हैज ही इवन कैन लूज दोस थिंग्स फॉर एग्जांपल Santiago initially balks at giving up his flock of sheep to Melchizedek. In Tangier, Santiago fears losing the money he earned with the crystal merchant. Where Oasis में Santiago fears losing Fatma. Finally, after being captured, Santiago fears he will never be able to return to the wind. So the irony of this fear stems from the fact that Santiago earns ever greater rewards each time he abandons his fear and gives up his previous possession. So हर बार जब भी वो डरा और उसने उस काम को किया तो उसे उससे बड़ा ही रिवॉर्ड मिला और वो हर बार बेहतर ही उसे चीज़ मिली. फिर उसके बाद हमारे पास then we have the alchemists spend years in their laboratories observing the fire that purified the metals. They spent so much time close to the fire that gradually they gave up the vanities of the world. They discovered that the purification of the metals had led to a purification of themselves. So Englishman relates this history to Santiago as Santiago reads a book of alchemy. तो मैं थोड़ा जल्दी करूँगा because time is very short. Fifth one, what you still need to know is this. Before a dream is realized, the soul of the world tests everything that was learned along the way. It does this not because it is evil, but so that we can. In addition to realizing our dreams, master the lessons we have learned as we have moved toward that dream. That's the point at which, as we say in the language, one dies after us just when the palm trees have appeared on the horizon. Every search begins with beginner's luck, and every search ends with the victors being severely tested. So Alchemist says these last words to Santiago before the two part ways, before they separated at the end of the novel. In short, the Alchemist explains to Santiago why he had to endure so many trials if the universe, as the Alchemist and others have said, does actually want to. तो Alchemist जब ये Alchemist और Santiago आखिर में अलग अलग हो जाते हैं, so Alchemist gives or he advises these things to Santiago. So these are some important lines from the text which I have given you, and I would like you all to read them. Okay. With this, I conclude your novel. Whatever I have taught, whatever I have delivered through lectures in the class and through today's lectures, you just go through them. And if you have any problem, you can ask me. things will be asked from the you will be asked the things out of these uh, things, symbols. You have you have done symbols, the role of symbols in the novel. You have done themes. We have discussed themes. We have also discussed analysis of different chapters, and we have also talked about characters. Okay, thank you very much.